That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Hey, 59, ready.
From the 27, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jahan, where are you?
Mike 45. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Where's Jahan?
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Tackle made by the second-round pick, Isaiah Oliver. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Protein spill.
On second down, Cook. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it's going to be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Cousins gives way to Cook. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Gun.
Back. He's checking.
Black. What's that?
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Gun.
54.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Hey, can't.
I'm coming after you.
Hey, Charlie.
What's up? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. I'm coming.
Right there.
3rd and goal for Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
54.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10.
49, check 49, check 49. Tighten up.
From the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. And that's the connection, Ryan to Jones, that this defense obviously has to key in on.
Certainly feels like they got the party started with that one, doesn't it? And when those two get in sync, it just scares the heck out of defenses because he can hit Julio Jones in a short zone, and he can take it the whole way.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. A solid stiff arm. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They're looking at a first and goal from about the 9. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Back 25!
Ryan. Flush to his right. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Nice gain of 8 that time, but it's 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The Clemson Tiger, Vic Beasley, reaches home that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
45, Mike, 45.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Good route there. Hey, exit. Done.
45, check Mike 45. I got it.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think of...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case... in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. 3rd and long. It's Ryan. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Under 10, under 10. Check it out.
To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
They run. Devontae Freeman. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that 1st down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan dancing to his left. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Check 50, check 50. Check. Get wide.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down, Atlanta.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, 4 down. Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaky. Check that guy. Shit.
Hey, Tuesday. Switch. Check 58. Let him go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ready.
Check 39. Here we go.
Check 3.
Hey, Ripley.
Check Mike 39. Check Mike 39.
Let him go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Kill. Turn up.
On third down, Freeman. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The kick by Tavecchio is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54 Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Gun. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch 50. I got you. Gun. Five.
Now Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. 22 yards there, a first down.
It's a gain of 22 yards. First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
54, right there. 54.
A first down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Man out. Hey, Ringo, 48. Check. 50. Hey, Steamer. Check, watch 50. Hey, Delta. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
Final play of the half. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
They still playing soft. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Now Cook. Oh, the spin. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays this...
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 48 yards. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are even at 10 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Move. Hey, we got 3 down. Check. Big ass.
Now it's Ryan. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Looks like Ryan's going to stay out there. Indeed, they're going to try for this on 4th down.
Here we go. Got. Watch the twist. Jim.
They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, Charles, if you think so far the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, really the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skill players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in, but the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning, and he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington, but they love the big arm of this guy, and he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Cousins. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
I'm here all day. Check 45 to Mike. First. 45 to Mike.
Hey, wahoo!
Cousins now from the 50. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Cook, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the night, as his guys are able to regain the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And look at this. They come right back with a big shot downfield. Touchdown, Falcons. Calvin Ridley, 75 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And that'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
On second down now, it's Cook. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc, because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he's able to find Diggs.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Pilot, 64, weak. Two.
From the gun, here's Cousins. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Gun.
It's going to be a long day.
Here we go. Bring the energy.
Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Cousins now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10.
Bring up 48.
59 Mike.
Gun.
Check, 59.
Hey, orbit.
Series right here. We got to step it up. Mike.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They'll come out in the pistol. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
SOS. Alert 3.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And they got the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Ryan. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Ryan now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
To try again after the sack. Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, NFL quarterbacks have learned the hard way. You're not going to get rich throwing against this guy. He's definitely too good. And this is now his 2nd interception of the ball game. And if I'm running the offense, I've got to tell my guys, you've got to go work on the other corner.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Following the interception, Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch. Leave it. Bring up 48.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now up to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now a desperate, and got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Ryan. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Now Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
20.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Here's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Yellow.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Go.
45.
Cousins to throw. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13.
Hey, 382, let's 50.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Target, 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 target.
Quaker on the hot.
Check. Hey, check 24. Watch
61. Matchbox lights.
54.
Black light.
54.
Where's the hot?
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again.